Hey Aries, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning December the 7th through to the 13th. We're smack bang in the middle of what is known as an ecliptical window. So between lunar and solar eclipse, we have a solar eclipse in Sagittarius coming up on the 14th. I will mention more about that next week. And of course, we have the 12/12 activation coming up at the end of this weekend. But I wanted to do what is called an eclipse crossroads style for the reading. I'll just put this music down. An eclipse crossroads is a culmination of all the wisdoms integrated for this retrograde season, and certainly as we shift into a new ecliptical solar cycle and lunar cycle. The last solar eclipse this year was on June 21, which wrapped up the Cancer-Capricorn axis. We are now well and truly into the Gemini-Sagittarian ecliptical axis, which will take us through to the next 2 years. So a crossroads is all about the karmic lessons we have been integrating, all this Plutonian stuff that's been coming to the surface. How am I going to spend the next 2 years? What did I learn about the last 2 years? And in very many ways, we've been balancing the masculine and feminine. Now, with Gemini leading the North Node, Sagittarius leading the South Node, this is about expansion out of everything I have now integrated. It is now in my conscious awareness. And if I look at the stereotypes or the archetypes, if you like, of Cancer Capricorn, it's very much the masculine and feminine. It's very much the mother and the father. What needed to be balanced in me so that I can manifest from a different way. So this ecliptical crossroads is about, and in very many ways, all of the collective will be experiencing this or have been experiencing this in one way or another this year. How do I stop the karmic loop? There's a difference between karma and dharma, and it's all about manifestation. So let's take a look and see what the opportunity is as far as the crossroads, the mid-road point, if you like, Aries, as far as are we going back into karmic looping or are we expanding because we've integrated some deeper wisdoms thanks to this shift in an ecliptical cycle. It's going to be unique for everyone, and certainly this goes soul deep, Aries, okay? There's energies here around freedom and there's energies here around gratitude. Perhaps these were the deeper soul integrations, the deeper soul wisdoms you guys have been integrating in 2020. And if you look back this time 2 years ago, if you look back this time last year, how much everything has changed. And essentially, if we go deeper still, when it comes to soul healing, what had to be healed within you that didn't make you feel free? What did you have to free yourself from? How did you have to connect into gratitude? And more importantly, at this point in the timeline, at this point in the crossroads, what have you got to be grateful for as far as what you have learned about this essence of freedom in your life, in yourself? And certainly when I'm talking about the Eight of Swords, this is self-imposed mental imprisonment, how we can get stuck in repeat, how we can get stuck in the repeat of karmic looping, if you like, based on our perceptions of self, our past possibilities, the deeper ingrained beliefs that we have, Aries, that certainly keep us trapped. And you know, all of us are very familiar with being able to feel like we're free and starting a whole new chapter, only to go down that storyline a little bit further and discover, oh, I'm attracting the same kind of person, conflicts in my work experience. You know, this karmic looping, when I look at karma and then I look at dharma, it's all about manifestation. What am I creating to such an extent that it keeps repeating in my life that it needs to come into my awareness? And that's where we're at. We're at the midway point between an ecliptical cycle. We're coming out of the Cancer Capricorn one and we are stepping into the Gemini Sagittarius one. And each of us in our own unique way will know if we are still attached to the past in that regard, that we are re-looping karmic stories. You know, despite the fact that characters and faces change, the deeper core truths, the deeper core beliefs that we have, the deeper feelings that we sort of tend to avoid, Aries, is what's wanting to be addressed. And that is the gift of retrograde cycles. That is the gift of ecliptical cycles as well. It's about the sun and the moon, all right? This holding back energy, how you have held back, how you have felt held back on some level or another. And I do want to say, is it your beliefs that ultimately hold you back from that which you seek, from that which you will identify as your freedom? Freedom, you know, we can feel like we're feeling free on the surface because, you know, we're not sort of accountable to anyone or responsible, and we're sort of, but deeper still, am I free in the mind? Am I free in the heart? There's many ways I can package freedom. And certainly how potent this power of the energy of gratitude really is. Have you truly felt grateful for everything you have been through, as far as the wisdom lessons they offered, as far as the experiences that have brought you to the here and now? Okay, the gratitude card talks about I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. The freedom card talks about I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And certainly it can take a hell of a lot of work to shift out of the perceptions where we feel that the actions of others, the events outside of our control, are happening to us, rather than coming to that deeper, profound consciousness of, you know what, maybe I am creating this for a reason. The Ace of Cups has shown up. In many ways, I'm connecting to Arians that are refreshing their emotional bodies. Certainly, this whole wisdom journey, this ecliptical cycle, this karmic closure, karmic opening, whatever you want to call it, karmic closure, dharmic opening, can certainly be in the realms of love, okay? And all love starts with self, okay? I'm going to even say 1, 2, 3. There are 3 moon cycles perhaps coming up or in the past that are relevant to you as far as new and full moons. And if you have already been working with the new and full moon energies, and certainly the last full moon was a lunar eclipse, the next new moon is going to be a solar eclipse. Working with these are potent. And ecliptical cycles, eclipses rather, they span for 6 months. So again, take yourself back to June 21, the last solar eclipse in Cancer. Very different energy. We were almost pushed to the point of, as far as a 2-year story, asking us, what have you learned about nurture? What has mothered you or not mothered you? What is your relationship to nurture? What is your relationship to the divine feminine energy that ultimately creates and is always creating, like the moon cycle? There's a victory here. Maybe you are connected into a Cancer, but the Chariot card shows up and it highlights the fact that we are guided not just by our light, but the darkness as well that has crossed our paths. There's a balancing here of the shadow and light, okay? Light work, shadow work, and certainly you've successfully closed off something that you have probably been integrating on deeper levels thanks to the last ecliptical cycle. Watch where you can take yourself in the next 6 months, which will take us to Cancer season, the end of June. And that certainly coincides with the solar eclipse in Sagittarius coming up next week. All right, Aries, that was your quick read. I will pull a quick crystal card to finish things off for you guys. If you're wanting to book a reading with me, you can do so by heading on above to the link in the bio, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can find that same link in the description box below. Iron pyrite, fool's gold. All that glitters is not gold. It's about going further than just the surface, Aries, okay? Drawing this card indicates it is time to open your mind and realize your inner creativity. It asks you to stop procrastinating and bring forward your dreams to the light. There you go, Aries. That was your quick read. Have an amazing week. Until next time, take care.